1. We are live. Yes. So I know there's a little bit of a delay, right? Because anyway, Angela's coming, but welcome in everybody.
Here.
She'll be here. We went to Sam's Club this morning, and we had our neighbor asked us to pick up some things for them, so they're picking them up. But welcome in everybody. So we'll do a quick chat check while people are gathering. So Mike Wheeler, welcome in. He was first. Big Disney fan, or BDF as he's now known. Keith, welcome in. Second. Francisco, hello. Pam's fam, hello. And that is it. That's all we have for now. But before we get started, I just want to thank Dean at the Live Place for hosting this movie marathon week. I think I've really been enjoying it. We've seen a lot of good. We participated in the Hitchhiking Bones Hocus Pocus, which was a lot of fun. That's one of our. It's probably our favorite Halloween movie. We're live. Oh, there she is. Hey, there she is.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi, guys. So fun to be here.
So,
good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I'll just do a little chat. There's Dean right there. So thank you, Dean, for hosting this movie week and putting this on your channel. We're having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys are too. Billy, welcome in. I was just going over the chat check. But second of all, I wanted to welcome in Will and Dawn from the Hitchhiking Bones, Kenzie Days from Kenzie Days.
Kenzie Days from Kenzie Days.
Kenzie Days from Kenzie. Kenzie from Kenzie Days. Russ from What in the World with Russ, and Kelly from the Mickey Bunch. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So what we will be doing is we'll be going over the live action Disney versus the animated Disney, and we'll just. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Did you get crumbs on this keyboard?
I wasn't eating over the keyboard.
I don't know. I see Chick-fil-A biscuit here.
I didn't eat. I ate out there. Cynthia, Candy Mom, welcome in. So we have 7 people, which that's good. It's an odd number. So I'm going to take, which one we like best. So there'll actually be a winner per movie. If we had an even number, that would have been bad.
We'd have a tie.
Yes, we could have had a tie. So we'll go around and we'll go over the live action versus the animated, and I'll give you the movie, and we'll say which one we like better, why. Hopefully we get through all of them. If we run over, I hope that's okay.
If you guys need to drop off, no problem. We understand. So.
But then we won't have a tie.
Russ is out already.
Russ is on his way to Disney.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of structure to this, but it's not really structured. We could just
we'll just have fun with it. And Carol Karki, welcome in.
First of all, how's everybody doing today in our little panel here? How's everybody doing?
Pretty good. I woke up an hour ago.
You woke up an hour ago? Yeah. Nice.
I'm doing well here.
Good.
Doing good. I'm so happy to be here and to see the Hitchhiking Bones here.
Yeah.
It's, I think, our first time on the stream, and Kenzie and Russ. And so thank you so much, Jeff and Angela. This is going to be super fun. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Do you know Will and Dawn, Kelly? I'm sorry. Will and Dawn.
I do.
Okay.
But it's my first time on a stream with them. So this is super joyful for me.
Will and Dawn, Kelly, Will and Dawn.
So it's kind of funny because we had originally set this up, and then talking to Russ, he had said that he was kind of thinking Dean did this so we could kind of all kind of do a little mix and mingle. And I thought, I didn't even realize that. That's a great idea.
Welcome in, Michelle the Quilter. Carlos sent us. Okay. Well, thank you, Carlos.
Yeah, for us to kind of get to know each other and chit chat and all that good stuff. So.
I feel like I know everybody already, though, from watching your channels. And Russ and I have talked quite a few times, and Kenzie's always fantastic. I love you, Jeff and Angela. So this is going to be fun. I love this movie idea. So.
Okay.
It's fun. Yeah.
Awesome. So you want to hop right in? Are we ready?
Yeah.
So we'll go clockwise.
Okay. What do you have on there first?
So the first live action versus animated is 101 Dalmatians. So if you haven't seen it, that's you can just say skip. Oh, come on, Kenzie. Not already.
Wait a minute. Do you have them in order of?
I'm going in order by release date.
A good few. I watched a good few of the live actions.
I don't know if Kenzie was born yet when that came out.
So that was so the live action 101 Dalmatians was 1996. The animated
that was a while after that.
Oh my.
and the animated was from 1961.
Ooh. All right.
So the
I mean, honestly, she's in the time period of Disney Channel, DVDs.
yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to give you a pass, Kenzie. It's homework. It's
I
homework.
just never sat down to watch. I feel like we have it on DVD. I just haven't actually watched it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no excuses for some reason.
I'm just kidding.
There are some I do have excuses for, and then there are some I don't.
Okay.
Do I remember that Glenn Close played Cruella DeVille in that? She was pretty good. Costuming was amazing. I will say that.
Yes.
And really, the movie was more about her than it was anything else.
That's
So,
correct.
yeah.
I thought Hugh Laurie was phenomenal in that movie, though, as one of the bumbling, stumbling dog kidnappers. So
yeah,
It was,
We had everybody in the chat.
I did.
Okay. All right.
I did.
Even check.
Mar, I'm keeping. I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to keep up. Trying to tally. What are you doing?
I'm hanging out.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Taking it all in.
Okay. All right. So does anybody have any opinions on that movie? No?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, it kind of has that Home Alone feel to me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
With the bumbling,
Yes.
robber guys that are trying to get the dogs. So, I mean, it definitely has that Home Alone feel. I love the original and I love that live action. I think it's enough of the same story to love it, but it definitely Glenn Close killed it. It's just a great movie.
Yeah.
So both of them. So I love them.
You got to pick one. You got to pick one, Kelly.
Oh, you can only pick one?
You got to pick one.
Which one would
Which
win?
one do you
of the
like?
two?
Which one would you like?
I'm old school, so I'm gonna. Oh gosh, I'm gonna pick the animated one. But honestly, the live action is one of the best live action remakes they've done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to lean towards the animated too. I liked the Glenn Close version, but it at the same time I love the animation of the kind of the rough animation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And 101 Dalmatians and I don't know. It is more about Cruella than it is the dogs to me, but it's still a good movie. So still not one of my top favorites though.
Welcome in, Mr. Willie.
I remember being so scared of that movie. Cruella DeVille in the animated one is so flippin' scary.
Oh, really?
And
She's
yes.
She's evil.
Terrifying.
And I mean, don't you just love that song, Cruella DeVille?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
I think Cruella
it's
DeVille
awesome.
is one of the best songs, best villain songs they've ever written. I love that. I love that.
Amen.
Yeah.
And Michelle brought up that she read the book as a teenager. If you haven't read the book, it is very, very good. And, and the description of Cruella in the book is awesome too.
I didn't know there was a book.
Oh, it's all based on a book. Yes.
Okay.
I think the only book I've seen of 101 Dalmatians was the one like when you were a kid and you had the record.
Yeah.
And it would ding when you were supposed to turn the page. So I'll definitely have to look for that villain book of Cruella DeVille.
Mhm.
I don't remember that, Kelly.
That's because I'm super old.
Okay.
Thank Carlos. So, Will and Dawn, do you have a favorite, the animated or the live action?
I really enjoyed the live action, and actually Jillian, I think, probably watched it within the last year or so. But I have to give the edge to the animated, which honestly, spoiler alert for me, it's going to be really hard, to top the animated most of the time.
Okay.
Showing my hand a little bit there, but it's fun.
Poker face. All right. What about you, Dawn?
Well, I give the edge to the animated version as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
But I will have to say this being such an early live action, it's really phenomenal. And I don't think they could have cast Cruella any better than they did. The costuming was incredible for her. I thought I loved it. I really love this one. And
the car is cool.
Yes.
So I give that live action a big thumbs up.
Okay.
I'm
Kenzie?
I have to go animated because I've only seen bits and pieces of the live action. From what I have seen, it's amazing. But gotta go animated on this one.
Kenzie's gonna have more homework at the end of this stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna have homework too. I'm gonna have homework too.
What about you?
Do I have to pick one?
Yes, you're.
I have not seen either movie.
You never seen either one.
Wow.
And
I don't even know you.
Anne's just worse than me.
Yes.
I mean, for not watching things when Anne hasn't seen half the Disney movies in existence.
Yes, Kenzie, you just moved up. That's good. Awesome.
All right.
I'm from the bottom.
Extreme.
I'm gonna have to take a pass because I have not seen either version.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
What have you been doing my whole life?
What
I don't
happened?
know.
What happened during your childhood that made
I don't
that
know.
not happen?
I don't know.
I am picking animated.
I don't know.
I'm picking animated, so it's overwhelming towards the end. I agree. The live action was setting this. I guess it sets the bar, right? So that was the first one that came out.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really well done. But I thought the animated was. The animated just stands the test of time, I think.
Yeah.
You could watch it now and
Yeah.
watch it,
Yeah.
and it would stand up. So,
Did we say hi to Cynthia, Candy Mom?
Cynthia, welcome in. Hey, Rob Fuzz.
And Rob's here, yes.
So,
Hi, Rob.
And-
Hi, Cynthia.
And Dean asked a question earlier that did the Sherman Brothers write the music for the animated version, and they did.
they did.
And
Oh, they did.
Okay.
I'm wanting to say they also helped write the music for the live action as well.
All right.
Not surprisingly.
Very talented, those two.
Great.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. So the next one is Alice in Wonderland, which came out. The live action came out in 2010, and the animated came out in 1951. Why don't you just go? I'll just run the show.
Angela.
Okay.
I haven't seen either one.
Oh my gosh,
Angela.
Angela.
I've seen it.
Who picked the topic? Who picked this topic?
I picked it.
Ruling the day. Ruling
I
the
love
day.
live action though. I haven't watched the sequel of it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Oh, through the looking glass, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
Don't waste your 2 hours.
with the Johnny Depp one, the animated,
Oh,
I'm sorry, the live action
I
Johnny
love
Depp.
live action.
So the only live action is the one with Johnny Depp, right?
Yes.
Okay. But there were two versions of it, right? There was
Well, there's
one-
Alice in Wonderland, and then there's Through the Looking Glass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, I'm gonna let you guys
Okay.
do your
All
little
right.
analysis.
Will and Dawn, why don't you give me your opinions, and we'll take a vote on I'll put a tick where you want me to put a tick. Galilee Streaming, welcome in.
Carlos, I haven't watched any movies made after 1960.
We all know that.
These two were so ridiculously different. It's hard to. They're not
Are
even
they?
in the ballpark as far
Right.
as I'm concerned. Obviously, I love the animated version more. I will have to say, I don't hate the live action as much as most people seem to. I think it's just different enough. And Johnny Depp is really such a versatile actor that I can kind of suspend my disbelief in order to enjoy that one. It is very different. It's very weird. And I would usually hate that kind of movie, but I kind of liked it.
It's okay. Hey, you can have, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
That's why we have this great panel here, right? I mean, one person might like the animated, one person might like the live action. So that's why we're all giving our opinions on it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of movie that I would normally hate. And maybe it's Johnny Depp. I don't know, but I kind of like it.
I love Johnny Depp. Oh,
You're going towards you're towards a live action, Dawn?
Oh no, the original.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
which most people can't. So,
Okay. What about you, Will?
The live action is incredibly weird, but there are a lot of heavy hitters in terms of actors in that film. You've got the lady that plays Bellatrix Lestrange in it is the queen.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, Helen Bonham Carter.
Yeah. I know she's got one of those 3 names, but I always forget what it is. And obviously Johnny Depp, and then Severus Snape, the actor.
Oh, he was in it too?
Okay.
He's the
Alan Rickman.
the like hookah smoking caterpillar thing.
Really?
Yeah.
yes, that's true.
But I can't remember his name.
Can I just say, I love the Hitchhiking Bones before this, but with so many Harry Potter references, I'm fangirling your channel right now. Oh my God, I love it.
Thank you.
Oh, Candy Mom.
Thank you very much, Katie Mom, for that
Thanks,
$1.99
Cynthia,
super chat.
for the
Thank
super
you.
chat.
And welcome in Garrett, Monarch Moments.
That's
Woo.
too funny.
So
Um,
I definitely give the edge to the animated version, but I do love that there are such big names in the live action, and it is super weird, but
yeah.
I still thought it was okay. I thought it was all right. I'd definitely give the edge to the animated though.
Okay. Kenzie?
I have to go live action on this one.
Okay.
I do enjoy. I watched the cartoon a million times as a kid at my grandma's house, but I love the live action. Mom said in the chat that me and Dad actually dressed up as Alice and Mad Hatter from live action one year for Halloween. I think it's so funny because Johnny Depp and Helen Bonham Carter, anything like they just happen to be in so many movies together. Like the two of them have been in so many things with each other. And Johnny Depp, I think, just did absolutely amazing in this movie. The live action gives Alice a lot of power and a lot of more personality than I think she has in the animated. And I really like that. I think they gave Alice a really great character arc story.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought it was so beautifully weird. I like weird stuff. So
yeah,
I really appreciated the live action. So I'm going to go live action on this one.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Michelle the Quilter says Alice in Wonderland live action too weird. Helen Bonham Carter cartoon was better for little kids. Candy Mom 15 says Kelly brings out the pirate life in me. She certainly does. she could be right in Pirates of the Caribbean.
And this is one of those movies where you're not even sure what Johnny Depp looks like because there have been so many things he's been in. I didn't know what he actually looked like for a while because he's always looked so different.
Yeah.
True.
I didn't know what he actually looked like till a few years ago, and I saw a picture of him like out and about, and I was like, "Oh, so that's what he looks like."
Yeah.
Welcome in, Christine Hickman. What do you say, Russ?
So did you give the tick to the live action? Okay.
I gave live action a tick for Alice. First live action to get a tick. So, although we've only done 2.
So I've never really been a fan of Alice in Wonderland, like either the animated or live action. I mean, the live action is Tim Burton, so yes, it's going to be weird. So you just go into it, expecting that. I am more partial to the sequel, In the Looking Glass, because that was one of the first movies that I worked on when I worked at the company. But that's the only reason. That's like the movie itself is just out there. So I don't know. I guess I'm going to lean more towards the animated version. But again, it's still not my favorite either one. So
okay. Kelly,
what do you think?
Let's start this. First of all, I have to say I was lucky enough to I grew up in the country, and once a week my parents would go to the city to go shopping and stuff. So they would drop my brother and I off. I know they'd probably be arrested now, but they would drop my brother and I off at the movie theater. And back then they would re-release Disney movies. So I saw a lot of the older Disney movies. They even did this into the 90s, where they would re-release Disney movies into theaters. So I saw a lot of the older Disney movies. I've always loved Alice in Wonderland. I do have to admit it kind of gives me anxiety, like how no one will help her. Still to this day, but I just think it's a beautiful animated film. It's so stinking cute. You just love the look of Alice in Wonderland. The music is fun. I love the flower song. It's just a fantastic movie. And I do have to put it out there. I am not a Tim Burton fan. He's so flippin' creepy and weird. That
You're the other Kelly that doesn't like it. Yeah.
Scares the heck out of me. So, and please don't put him in charge of redoing any more Disney movies, because he ruined Dumbo, he ruined Alice. Keep to the creepy and weird. So I have to put it out there. But that, talk about anxiety. That movie is flipping like you're on acid or something. I don't know. It's so weird. I do have to say, I love the Looking Glass. I actually enjoyed that movie watching it. It seemed less bizarre to me than the original. So obviously, I'm going to go animated. I think it's a beautiful movie. It's fun. I have a version on DVD that actually has the they did a live special on some black and white TV show.
Oh yeah. When
does anybody have that? And that is addicting to watch that part
it's
of
like
it.
The Ed Sullivan show or something.
Yeah, it's all the actors on the anniversary DVD or something, and that is really cool beans to watch. So
Cool.
Anyway, so I'm gonna go animated.
Animated.
Okay.
Hey, Tracy and Lady
in.
Jamers.
Yes, welcome in, Lady Jamers and Tracy.
Lady Jamers had to jump out.
Hey, Kelly, please don't hold back. Just tell us how you really feel, okay?
I will say Johnny Depp is fantastic in the live action, and he's always a snack.
Okay. There you have it.
Exactly.
I can edit out that piece of video so CYS doesn't come for your appearance too.
Hey Pam.
Hey Pam. I'm going the animated too. That live action is just weird. I'm sorry. It's just too weird for me. Like maybe I never got into drugs. So maybe if I did, it would be much more appealing.
I think that's probably a movie you should take drugs just to get through it.
Like, what?
So
my friend, I have a good friend, Michelle. She loved that movie. When we were at Disney, she had me buy like the hat with the red wig that goes under it. Yeah. Like because she wanted it in the worst way. She dressed up as him for Halloween.
I can't finish ever watching the
never
live
seen
action.
it.
It's just so
now I have to
just too weird. You got the big head.
Maybe you found something, Jeff. Maybe you should take drugs before you watch it.
Yeah, I'm 53. I'm not going to start now.
Hey, Keith and Pam. Yes, you do what you need to do, sweetheart. We love you. Mwah.
Yeah,
Mwah.
we understand, Pam.
Yes.
Okay, so Alice in Wonderland animated wins that round too.
Okay. Are we going to get to one that I've seen?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. Here we go.
Right. So the next one in the queue is from 2014. So it's Maleficent versus the animated Sleeping Beauty in 1959. All right.
I have opinions.
This time we're gonna go Kelly first, and we'll go around that way.
Oh, Kelly!
Did I throw you for a loop? Sorry, Kelly.
This is a hard one because I absolutely love the live action Maleficent. I love her backstory. And you actually at the end of that movie, like love her, get her, feel her pain, and sort of get why she's so deliciously evil, right? Yeah. So, but Sleeping Beauty, I think is an underrated animated film. It's exciting, it's kind of scary, but not so scary, I'm crying. But it's a beautiful film. I love the dance sequence with her and the coat in the woods. Am I in the right movie? And but I think that Maleficent, I'm going to give it to Maleficent because I think they, to be able to have us love, care for the villain at the end of that and want more, it is bloody brilliant. So I'm going to give it to Maleficent, even though I do very much enjoy Sleeping Beauty.
Well said, Kelly. Okay, Russ?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's hard to compare them because they are two totally different stories. But you know, I love the way the turn they gave Maleficent. You know, now making her more of a good guy, you know, that becomes the villain. I'm not 100% sold on that. I thought it was I think the live action is a good movie. It's a fun movie. You know, there is some good action in it. But then too, you take the parents and make them completely, you know, they become the villains of the movie.
Yeah.
Which makes sense to me. It's like, well, you know, it's just totally opposite. But again, you know, they're trying to make Maleficent into the anti-hero or whatever, you know. And so, like I say, I enjoyed both of them. Again, as a Disney classic animation fan, I'm going to go with the animated version as more of my favorite. But I like them both. So
Okay.
And I haven't seen the second one yet. So
Okay.
That was good too.
Yeah.
Kenzie?
Kenzie, you're up.
She looks like she has opinions.
got her up and ready to go.
There's gonna be a lot of people. I hate Sleeping Beauty. I hate that movie. I hate Aurora. I know hate's a strong word, but I can't stand her.
Oh,
Don't hold back. Tell us how you feel.
I have watched Sleeping Beauty a good few times, and every single time I'm bored. I don't like Aurora as a character. I think she
doesn't sleep.
All she speaks 17. Like she speaks barely. She speaks for like 5 minutes of the movie, and then she's asleep for the rest of it.
True.
She's
I kind of think that if anything, the original is more about Maleficent than her. Like, to be honest, Maleficent probably gets more screen time than her in the animated version. I think Maleficent was an amazing movie. I think Angelina Jolie was fantastic. She is iconic. And I love when movies can make you love the villain. I love it. It is one of my favorite things. I mean, a lot of my favorite movies are about anti-heroes and stuff.
Loki.
Yeah, I love the anti-hero, and I think you know, getting a backstory and seeing why she became the way that she was is heartbreaking and amazing, and I think she is just a wonderful character, and I love everything about Maleficent. I love that movie.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I hurt a lot of people's feelings.
Oh, no. Not at all.
It's the aesthetic of that movie. Don't you think it's just beautiful?
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful movie. And I love how Aurora looks in that movie. She's just so sweet and cute.
Yeah.
I love her little fairy.
I love that Aurora.
Yes, so cute.
Way more than animated.
Yes.
I find animated Aurora, I don't know, I just get aggravated by her. I have no want to see her in the parks. I have no emotional attachment to her like I do with other characters. I mean, I dressed up as her one time in the park, but that's because the dress was pink and I like pink. So that's the only reason I did that.
Yeah.
I would much rather be able to meet Maleficent in the parks than Aurora.
Yeah.
So Candy Mom 15 says she loves Maleficent. Mike Wheeler says she has 18 lines of dialogue in the movie.
Like, oh my gosh.
Mr. Willie.
So Kenzie's all about the villains, Billy says.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the animated camp, Kenzie? Is that what I'm getting from that?
Live action all the way.
Okay, live action.
Also, I don't like the name Aurora. It's hard to say. Everything aggravates me.
Well, she has a couple names, right?
Sleeping
Beauty, Briar Rose.
All of them are dumb.
Yeah.
That's confusing.
I'm being really mean.
Okay.
It aggravates me.
Will and Dawn, what is your take?
Okay, I'm gonna take the baton on this one because Sleeping Beauty is my favorite princess.
Oh no.
Sorry.
This is awesome. This is like Jerry Springer.
I respect your opinions.
I still love you, Kenzie. It's okay. I now maybe because Disneyland was the first park that I went to, and it's Sleeping Beauty Castle. Okay. My sister also once pointed out to me that Aurora means break of day or dawn in Spanish.
Oh my goodness.
She's the only princess that has 3 names: Sleeping Beauty, Briar Rose, and Aurora. I personally think that she's the prettiest princess. Now, so I love the music, and I love that old classic feel of Sleeping Beauty. I love the music in the animated version, but guys, Maleficent is fantastic. I really enjoyed Maleficent. Angelina Jolie is said to be a huge Sleeping Beauty fan, and so she really studied that role when she took it, and I think she knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
Part of what makes her so great in that movie is also the costuming for her.
Oh yeah,
Incredible. I love the fact that they continued the story. Like Kenzie said, I love the fact that you get the backstory on Maleficent, because I think Maleficent is one of the best villains in the Disneyverse, if not the best villain. And so I love both of them. I don't know if I can even pick a favorite on this one, because again, Sleeping Beauty is my favorite princess. I've always kind of felt an attachment to her. But Angelina Jolie does a great job. I love all of the characters in Maleficent. The cinematography for Maleficent, it's gorgeous movie.
Yes.
It's really incredible. The way they do her wings, I think they could have done that any better. I don't know if I can even give an edge to either one of them. I'm going to go animated.
Okay.
But with me, it's a draw.
Yeah.
I love both.
I love that you mentioned the Sleeping Beauty Castle in Disneyland, because there is just something so magical about it, and being able to go through that walkthrough. Oh my gosh, it's just everything. So I love that.
Jealous.
Yes.
Matt, welcome in, Matt.
So yeah, the walkthrough is incredible through the castle. It was a good thing. I think I just happened before we went to Disneyland. I want to say maybe I saw a Resort TV 1 stream or something, and I saw somebody did a walkthrough, and I was like, I have to do that, because you can't do that, at Walt Disney World. I mean, they have the Cinderella's Royal Table. I've never done that. My parents have done that.
Okay.
But yeah, edgewise, it's tough. It's almost a bit of a stalemate for me too. But I don't know that all of the older animation just seems to have a certain charm for me. I gotta give the edge to the animated. I guess.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. Okay.
It's hard, but
this is a close one.
Yeah,
It is.
It is.
Carol says my computer's going to short out as I sit here sobbing over how you destroyed my childhood, Kenzie.
I'm sorry, I have very strong opinions.
What did you really think, Kenzie? Tell us what you really think.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay, you guys are going to love this. Okay, so I saw Maleficent with Angelina Jolie, and I loved it. I saw it over and over again. I think we saw it in the theaters 3 times.
We did. We saw it.
Wow.
I just loved it. And then we got it on DVD, and I watched it over and over. And then I thought to myself, I should watch the animated version just to see how it compares, because I had never watched it. And I was like really disappointed in it. But I think it's because I had that I developed the attachment to the live action first. So, Kenzie, you talk about like some of the scenes where she realizes her wings are gone. Like it's heart-wrenching when she screams like that. Gives me chills. And then when the wings come back and she sees them up in that cabinet and they reattach, I get chills just thinking about it. So I love that movie. So it was so hard when I watched the animated version, I was super disappointed. And, you know, it was like the complete opposite. I think I watched the animated version one time and then I didn't watch it again. So, you know, that's the part that's weird for me is I watched the live action before the animated. So I'm going to have to say
Where are you going?
Definitely the live action.
Oh, so it's a tie and I got to make the decision.
Yeah.
Jeff. You do.
I got to go. I gotta go live action. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Oh, hey.
Nice.
The live action to me, I don't know. It just brings so much of the story. I know it does. It's like
it's different than the animated.
Yeah.
It's a different story.
It's a different story.
But that's the story I know now. I don't know the animated story.
But yeah, I know the other story too. But I just like the Maleficent story so much better.
Yeah.
So,
and he probably likes Angelina Jolie, right?
I thought the girl that played Sleeping Beauty did a wonderful job.
What was her name? Elle
Fanning.
Yeah.
Fanning. Yeah.
I thought she did a wonderful.
She
and she
did.
wasn't asleep the whole movie either.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I loved how True Love's Kiss was from Maleficent. I mean, that was
That
amazing.
Sweet. Mm-hmm.
that made my heart ache. I thought that was the most amazing thing
Me
ever.
too. I keep getting chills.
But also how the fairies were taking care of the baby, and they didn't know what they were doing, and then Maleficent actually had to save her a few times.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
she grew that attachment.
She kept
To
calling her Beastie.
Beastie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really love. So I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows this at this point, but the girl who like. The girl was having issues like being scared of her because isn't that her daughter or something like that? Angelina Jolie's?
That was Angela. The baby was her daughter.
Yeah,
Oh,
the baby
she
was
was.
Angelina Jolie's daughter.
The one that won.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
And that was like a whole thing with like that she was the only one that wasn't scared of Angelina Jolie looking like that.
Isn't that funny?
I thought that was really cool.
I didn't know that. Interesting.
That was a real daughter.
Okay.
Wow, we've only gone through 3 and we're half an hour. We're over
That's
half an
okay.
hour. Oh,
We can
boy.
keep going if you guys want to keep going, or if you need to drop, that's fine.
Okay.
One more thing to say about the animated version.
Sure.
I love in the animated version. I love the fact that Prince Philip, the duel between Maleficent and Prince Philip, is pretty intense, guys. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
that whole sequence is just really good.
Yeah.
So I need to throw that in. And Philip has always been one of my favorite names. So, so anyway, I just love it.
I love that it shows a courageous man. I think so many times the prince is just sort of an afterthought, but he's really brave and courageous and everything we want, a man to be. So
Yeah.
I get it. I'm Team Philip.
Well, and that probably was also one of my fascinations as a child, because you get the full fairy tale. The prince, fights for her and saves her, and you get the full story there. He's not an afterthought. Exactly, Kelly.
Right.
Yeah.
So Christine Hickman says that she read the Grimm's Brothers tales before she saw the animated movies. So that's pretty cool too. A lot of these are based off.
Bad for you.
Yeah.
Grimm's Brothers tales are horrifying.
Yeah.
They are truly.
I have a whole book.
Sleep tight. All right.
Oh, that Sleeping Beauty's Grimm story is awful.
Okay.
So bad. Oh my gosh.
So the next one we have is 2015 Cinderella versus animated 1950 Cinderella. So
Okay.
we will.
Which way are we
let's
going?
go. Let's go. Kelly again. We'll go Kelly again. So every 2. We'll go.
Oh,
Oh,
this
boy.
one's so hard because this is probably my favorite live action remake is Cinderella. I love it. I love it that it's so true to the animated version. I think the casting is perfect. And I love the dress. Oh my gosh, the dress with the butterflies. It's perfect. This live action to me remake is perfect. The only one I like just as much or more is Enchanted, but it's not a remake. So, but this Cinderella is, I think, completely underrated. the live action. I love the animated though, so it's like picking a child. What? Which is my favorite? I don't know. But it really, really, if you haven't seen the live action Cinderella, see it because it's really, really, really beautiful. It's good. It's like I said, it's so true to the original story. Adds more, but in that adding more doesn't take away from the animated version.
Totally agree.
The only way I'm gonna like determine this is if I had to choose one to watch today, I would probably watch the live action.
Yeah.
So I mean I love them both, but live action is something I've literally watched over and over again. I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Russ?
All right, Russ, you're up.
So I don't hate the live action, but it's not my favorite. So I'm completely opposite of Kelly. I think it was, it does expand more on, the stepmother and more the story about her father and, which is in the book, which is also a good story to read if you haven't. I love the animated version. I have attachments to that because it was one of the first animated Disney movies that I ever watched.
Yeah.
I also was in the play in elementary school, and so just I have attachment to it there. So I'm not against the live action movie. I mean, I think it's a great movie. It was very well done. But to me, the animated version is way better.
Okay.
So that's where I'm going. I know Kenzie's only seen like 15 minutes of the movie. So.
Not even. I saw like 10 minutes of it in Angela's living room. We all sat in Angela's living room and we watched like the first.
We tried to start it. Yeah.
We tried, and then something else
Came up.
Can I pick neither and say the stage performance version, Broadway? Can I do that? No.
Nope.
I also have been in the show.
Okay.
I was also in Alice in Wonderland previously. I was in that. I played a chess piece because we did Through the Looking Glass. Yeah. But I have to go animated only because I haven't seen the live action all the way through. From what I have seen from the live action, it looks really good. But I can't make a full comparison because I haven't watched it. I love the animated. I think it's, and then there's also the fact that it's the castle in Disney World. So
Right.
It's she's a beautiful princess. I always thought she was gorgeous. I'm blonde underneath this. I'm blonde. I always thought Cinderella was gorgeous, and I love her dress. That is one of the most iconic. Like, I think for me, Cinderella and Belle's dresses are the most iconic Disney princess dresses for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Sleeping Beauty's is very iconic with the blue and pink. I love that. But I have to go Cinderella animated.
Okay.
So, did you already mark it?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll take this one. Because I am so biased toward the animated films, I'm actually going to go the other way on this one and say live action. Now, one point. I will say I love Helena Bonham Carter, which we mentioned her a little bit ago with Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
I did not think she was the right pick for Fairy Godmother.
Really?
I think that's.
I agree with you with that.
Roles have kind of spoiled it for me.
Okay.
But she just doesn't come off as grandmotherly to me. Like the Fairy Godmother animated film is so grandmotherly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
she's kind of more bumbly in the in the live action. So
I just didn't get that feel from her. I like her, but I just didn't like if they're of the role she's done. I did not like her put as the Fairy Godmother. But I thought the rest of the film was excellent. I thought they did a great job conveying the message of having courage and being kind. There are a lot of lovable characters in the live action film. The prince was fantastic. Kate Blanchett was incredibly
Hit it out
like,
of the park.
yeah, she
Yeah,
crushed it.
Nasty.
Excellent. And another character that I really loved from the live action was the captain. Nonzo Anansi, I think is how I'm trying to say his name, but I thought he was fantastic. I loved his character. He did not have just a ton of lines, but what he had was excellent.
Yes.
And I mean, there's
and versus Stellan Skarsgård, who played the Grand Duke.
Yeah.
And of course, we all know Stellan Skarsgård from the Avengers,
Thor.
from MCU. So yeah, that was I didn't mean
so. Yeah, I will actually, with the exception of the fairy godmother, I'll give the edge to the live action. I love the animated a ton, but to shake things up a little bit on my vote, I will give the edge to the live action.
Okay.
Live action.
I got it.
I'm gonna have to give the edge to the live action on this one too, guys. Cinderella is so iconic. I totally love the animated version. I love her voice. I think her Lady Tremaine in the animated version is really scary, and they did a great job with that. But the live action is so ridiculously well cast. Lily James is perfect for that role. Richard Madden, who plays the prince, is so handsome. And I totally love that
Kelly.
they give a lot more background on the prince.
Yes.
See, I love to have that background on the prince. When his father died, I cried.
Me too. How he like curled up in the fetal position.
Yes.
Next to him, I was like, oh my gosh.
And with the dress and all the Swarovski crystals on the dress, and the way they did that transformation scene when she transforms into the dress, it's just magical. It is the closest live action they have done to the original. They didn't deviate, but where they did deviate, like with the extra details on the prince, was fantastic. I love it. I loved Haley Atwell as her mother. It took me a little while to recognize Haley Atwell. I thought, who is this? I was watching the movie and I didn't realize she was in it. And I thought, who is this? I know that voice. I know that face, but her hair and her makeup was so different.
Agent Carter.
Carter. That it took me a little while to figure out. I thought, that's Haley Atwell. So I love that. Love the casting. Totally, hands down. I'm like Kelly. The only way that I can pick one here is to say, okay, which one, if I was going to sit down right now and watch a movie, would I watch? The edge is going to go to the live action. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Live action.
What about you?
Okay.
I think I know yours.
Well, again, I saw the live action multiple times. I loved it. I had never seen the animated version. So I saw the live action first and developed that attachment. And then I saw the animated, and I barely was able to get through it. It just seemed so boring. It was like, I know it's a cartoon, but it just didn't have the depth that I didn't believe. I did like the way that they developed the character in the prince. I liked the backstory. I liked even the backstory of Lady Tremaine. I mean, she actually had her own little backstory when she said, why are you so cruel? And she told her, basically what's happened to her. So, I'm going to have to go with the live action just because, again, I saw the animated version once, and that was only to try to compare it to the, live action. And it was kind of hard to sit through. So,
yeah, that last interaction between Cinderella and Lady Tremaine, where she says, I forgive you. I thought that was really powerful.
Yes. And then she's like, see ya. Yeah. I forgive you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yes.
As much as well made as the animated was, I have to go to live action too. Because you get more of the story, right? You get Cinderella's dad, you get Prince, you get, the kit and what he's going on with his dad. And, you get.
I love the little scene where she says something to her in French, or she says something, and then she just like spits it right back at her and says this whole line in French. And then the sisters were like, "What did she say? I don't speak Italian," or something like that. But it was just because she had all these skills, I guess, from with her father. Like she learned French, she learned how to dance, so that's why she was able to do those things with the prince. I don't know. I just thought it was really neat how they worked those little things in.
She doesn't complain at all, no matter how bad conditions were. She just keeps trucking on, and
remembers what her mother
I just thought this was a very well made. And this is out of all the live action that are on this list, this is probably my favorite out of all of them.
Okay.
So.
Right, Candy Mom.
So I'm the only one that picked the animated one.
No,
Kenzie did too.
No, you did too. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and I wanted to just say, in the live action, the ballroom scene is fabulous.
Yes.
The ballroom scene,
yes,
so beautiful.
Yes,
so wonderful. And when he slips his hand around that tiny little waist, obviously she's wearing a corset around Lily James. I had the same chills that Lily James probably had.
Yes.
Just beautiful. It was
I like how she said, "They're all looking at you," and he said, "No, they're looking at you."
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah. And I also, Lavender Gray is a song from my childhood.
Me too.
I used to sing that to William. And so when her mom sang Lavender Gray to her, I just got chills. It just made it so perfect and personal for me. I was, however, disappointed that when I bought the movie soundtrack, Lavender Gray is not on it.
Oh.
I was really disappointed. But I love that. It also made it more personal.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh.
Okay. Well, thanks.
I love that.
Great opinions, everybody.
Okay.
The next one, 2016, live action Jungle Book versus 1967 Jungle Book.
Oh boy.
John Favreau.
Which way are we going? This way?
We're going Will and Dawn this time. Yep.
Good. You want to take this one?
Oh man. Let's see. It's honestly pretty tough. Again, these line up pretty well. Like most of the time I lean animated, but the live action was really good. I was intrigued by the choice of Bill Murray to be Baloo.
Bill Murray.
I thought that was interesting. And then who plays King Louis?
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Yes. I was interested by that too, and honestly, I thought it was really well done. Bagheera, Ben Kingsley, another great voice. One voice that threw me off a little bit was Scarlett Johansson as Ka.
Yep.
I didn't expect that. And then let's see, Shere Khan, Idris Elba. I love Idris Elba. He is phenomenal. I would watch pretty much anything he's in. I love him as an actor. He's got a great look. He's got an excellent voice too. So man,
Plus, this is Team John Favreau here.
Yeah,
we just John Favreau
for the most part.
But that's true. I know what you're thinking.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Everybody's entitled to a stinker.
Yeah, but I'll give a little edge to the live action.
Okay.
Dad's here.
Hey, Trapper.
Hey, Trapper.
I love them both, but I'll give a little edge to the live
Tracy.
action yet again.
Okay.
Why aren't you on the stream?
That is a great shirt. You
Yes.
look like you just came in from chopping wood.
Picking pumpkins.
Picking pumpkins. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
nice
He
seasonal.
likes picking pumpkins with his fireman friends, just not me and Mom.
Oh.
I know, I'm
Judy.
joking. Calm yourself.
This is a tough one for me too. Again, the live action is so packed with big names and talent, and you love to see those people who are so familiar to you in such great roles. But I'm going to give the edge here to the animated version personally, but again, I think this was a hit out of the park for Jon Favreau. I think the characters were very well done. I thought it was believable. I thought the live action was very believable and beautifully done.
Yeah.
Cinematography was gorgeous, just really beautifully done, and probably a really challenging movie to make because of the jungle, scenes and trying to make that as pretty and impressive as you want it to be in the live action.
Yeah.
But such iconic songs from the animated version. And I think this one sticks pretty close. They run pretty parallel as far as story. So I loved both of these. I love both of these. I think they were fun, and my favorite thing about the Jungle Book is the music.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Agree.
Yeah.
So welcome in, Myers and the Mouse. Welcome in, Anne. Good to see you guys. Okay. So you were in the animated camp, right, Dawn? I marked you right.
I believe so on that one.
Okay. Kenzie?
This one's hard. This is also another one that I've done on stage in theater.
Neat.
Cool.
I've done so many. I've lost track. I was a tree. That's the most important part. I played a tree. But I've seen it animated a million times. Dad loves the animated. Dad is a huge Jungle Book fan. He's a dork about it. And but I loved the live action. I thought Christopher Walken was amazing. I'm a huge hello. What are you here for?
Animated, always.
Animate, yeah.
Make an extra vote.
Yeah.
I think Christopher Walken did amazing in this movie. he has such a recognizable voice.
Yeah.
And he just did an amazing job as King Louis. I also loved Bill Murray. I think he's great too. It's a really hard one for me because I've watched the live action maybe like twice, and I've watched the animated like hundreds of times. I was not a fan of Scarlett Johansson as Ka because Ka is originally male, and I thought it was kind of weird making it Ka female. I mean it's not that important. I just thought it was a little it caught me off guard. I think I have to go animated on this one. I thought I was going to go for live action because of Christopher Walken and Bill Murray, but I think I might have to go for animated.
That's fine.
Okay.
Russ.
So Jungle Book, I love Jungle Book. I love the animated version, but I think the live action is my favorite of all the live actions.
Oh, nice.
I mean, the cast is amazing. We also had, we had talked about Ben Kingsley as Bagheera. I mean, I love everything Ben Kingsley's in. The entire cast is just amazing. Also, without this is like the first time that we've seen the live action animals or whatever. The animated but yet real but yet not.
Yeah.
Yes.
Animals. And I think it's cool. Cool too that this was without the Jungle Book, we wouldn't have the Mandalorian.
Hey, Kelly and Mama.
So,
Good day, Keith.
Behind it. I love the music. I love the actors. I just think it's the kid who played Mowgli.
Yeah.
Was amazing in this. And the fact that he basically did the entire movie on a green screen is very impressive.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It is. I think it's a great movie all the way around, and I'm going to go with live action. So
okay, welcome in, Josh goes to Disney. Good to see you. So live action for Ruts. Okay, Kelly.
I agree. The live action is fantastic. I mean, you sort of I get super excited when they do a live action. When they were first doing them, now I sort of like hold my breath, like, please stop, because you're ruining my childhood. But but I think this one delivered. I think the live action definitely delivered. But I'm going to go animated all the way because I think it's one of those core memories for me. I love the music. I love the voice of Baloo, who also does, is in Robin Hood as well.
Right.
And just that kind of magical core memories for me. I am obsessed with the Jungle Book. The music is fantastic. I can't hear it without, belting it out.
Yes.
And, much to the, my children don't enjoy it when I do that. But, and doing the little dance where I want to be like you.
Yeah.
I love that. It's a good time. And animated, I think it's that little time period of Disney animation is just bloody brilliant, fantastic, a good time. So animated all the way for me.
Awesome. Welcome in, Frankie. Just another Disney nerd. Good to see you. Okay.
Okay.
What about you?
So I think it's hard for me because I've seen the animated version, but I think I've seen bits and pieces of it. And the live action, I've only seen once. So, I mean, I like the music. I obviously know the music and the songs. And I do remember seeing Jungle Book. When did that come out?
1967.
67. So, yeah, I've seen it as a child. So I think for me, I'm going to have to go with the animated just because I did like something about the live action. We saw it at the drive-in. I think it like freaked me out a little bit. Like, was there a weird scene with King Louie or something? It was almost like creepy, and it kind of like it was like, what is that?
This is what I didn't like about the live action. How King Louie was so big. Like he was
a different type of animal. He wasn't an orangutan.
Oh, he wasn't.
They made him like a prehistoric version of it, and I thought that was so cool.
It was just so much bigger than everybody.
Maybe I need to rewatch them both.
Yeah, I didn't like that part, and I didn't like
Anthropithecus or something like that. Is what
Let me look it up.
Like when Scarlett Johansson was talking, all I could hear was Black Widow, and
Well, that's before I knew who Black Widow was, so I didn't have any opinions.
It was like Black Widow was talking to him in the tree and stuff.
Well, and then she sings too, so which was also something. Which I mean, she could sing, but it just was not. You're not used to it,
Oh, did she sing? Okay, I don't remember that.
I'm going animated for this one because it's just from my childhood. It's a good memory. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought the live action was. Jon Favreau did an incredible job filming it. If you ever get to see how he filmed it, I mean, it was just incredible how he did that. Sorry, I have a burp.
Stuck. Okay.
I was burp like stuck right here.
Chick-fil-A biscuit.
Yeah. So okay, Chick-fil-A gets me every morning, every Saturday. The next one is Pete's Dragon, 2016. Did anybody ever see that?
Yeah. Animated, original. It's not animated, but original is way better.
Okay, we'll go around then. I've never seen it.
We could just go around real quick because I don't think there's a lot of things we want to get to. I don't think anybody really cares about Pete's Dragon, right?
They might.
Oh, do you have?
This was like one of my favorite movies when I was.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Shut the front door.
Wow.
We'll go around. Okay. All right.
Let's go. Which way we
go?
Will
and Dawn.
And Dawn. Pete's Dragon.
Start with Kenzie because she's got the most opinion.
There you go.
I loved the original movie. I used to sit in my car with my little like car DVD player, you know those. I used to have that in the back of the car, and I watched that movie over and over and over again. Like I was obsessed with that movie, and I saw the live action trailer for it, and I said no.
Really? Okay.
I refused to watch that movie because the original is live action. That's the thing. The original is live action.
Well,
it's just has an animated.
I wouldn't necessarily
like Roger Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I thought it was so cool. It was. I've seen back behind the scenes of them recording that movie, and it's so cool. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it is. It's just such a great movie. I mean, no one talks about it really anymore. They had a float for it in the electric parade.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Elliot. Yep.
Everybody knew who it was. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like nobody really like pays attention to Pete's Dragon anymore. And I guess with the live action, they're trying to get people to watch it again. But I refused to watch live action because I think that original movie is so perfect and I love it.
Okay.
All right.
Russ?
Will and Dawn?
Or are we going this way?
Well, we skip Will and Dawn.
Okay.
I've never seen the live action. I've never seen the live action, and it's been so long since I've seen the animated. You got to count me out on this one.
Oh, we could end up with a tie. I hope you know, Will.
No, I'm gonna sit out too on this one. I've never seen either.
Okay, so we won't have a tie.
We won't have a tie. So Dawn, what do you think?
Oh, I'm definitely going to go with the old one on this one.
Animated.
When I was little, I'm like Kenzie. I was so fascinated with that combination of live action and animation.
Okay.
And Pete's Dragon, the original just so made you love Elliot. Elliot is such a great character. You didn't get that as much, I don't think, from the live action. I didn't like the live action as well. I thought it was okay. It was a fun movie, and I'd probably watch it again. I watched it recently, actually. But that live action is again, I think it's iconic, it's classic, and some of them it's just really hard to improve on. So far and away the original on this one. I love Elliot, absolutely. I love Elliot. I thought Pete in the original was so cute.
Such a good movie.
It's very much a feel good movie. You get a lot of the, like I said, a lot of the feels, but I love the original all the way on the
Okay. Russ?
I'm original as well. I mean, first off, it's got Mickey Rooney in it, so it's hilarious. And I mean, all the music, the original. I wouldn't necessarily call this a animated versus live action. This is more of a remake to me. It's because it's still the same movie, but it's just remade. I mean, the newer one is just a total disconnect from the original.
It
to
is.
me. It's just not. It doesn't have it's not the same story at all. It's just a modern version. And I just think there wasn't as much character in Elliot. There wasn't the music. There wasn't the fun and dance. The original was more fun and silly and you got the Passamaquoddy song and it's just and a dragon. I think I saw a dragon. The music is great. So I love it. So.
Yeah, I have to watch it too. Frankie said she's never seen it. I have to watch it. I will.
Yeah,
we have it.
It's very good. It's on Disney Plus. So
okay, the original.
Well, the original, but we have the remake of the live action. As well.
Okay,
yeah, they're both on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kelly.
I think Dawn and I may have been separated at birth because every time she speaks, I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So, yes, I actually think the live action is okay. I think it changed too much for me, but there is just something so magical. And again, it brings those feels of watching it as a child. The combination of live action and animation together was just mesmerizing. And I, believed there was Elliot in the forest. I just was, looking for him myself. I'm a Disneylander, so the electrical light parade, I mean, I was always like super excited when he would come by. So there's just, also like in Mary Poppins, the original, where they do that live action animated scene. That is always my favorite. It's just, there's something just super, super, super cool, and you suspend disbelief during it, and I love it. So I'm going OG on this one, the animated.
Okay.
I'm out. So
You're out.
because I haven't
Oh,
seen it. I
geez.
haven't seen
All right.
either one.
Oh, I'm going animated all the way too. 'Cause
Animated. Okay.
we actually bought the live action. It was
Why did we
entertaining
buy that?
because we wanted to see it.
Did I watch it?
You probably did not.
I don't remember.
Why did we buy that?
Well, every time the kids and I want to watch a movie, she's like, "Okay, I'm going to bed." So, it was entertaining, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
I guess is what I
Yeah.
want to say. So I will go with
it was definitely good.
yeah, Robert Redford. Can't go wrong with Robert Redford. So
Okay.
here we go. 2017 live action Beauty and the Beast versus 1991 animated.
Skip it.
Do we start with Kenzie?
People are going to be hating me for my opinion. I can tell you that.
Go ahead, Kelly.
Animated. Let's just first of all, if you're going to pick somebody to be Belle, please. And I love. I want to say Hermione, but
Hermione.
But if you're going to pick someone to
Emma
be
Watson.
Belle, please. Could you pick someone that can sing?
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect, but she's a decent singer.
Yeah,
She doesn't have an amazing voice. If you're gonna have somebody sing, and then there's just two. It's just I don't know. Beast looks weird as Beast to me. His song is so flippin' cringy that I literally fast forward through it every time. In the live action, it's okay. And can we just say her dress is majorly underwhelming when she comes out in the gold dress? I'm like, what? What? You are expecting to be blown away like you were in the animated when she walks down in that beautiful yellow gold dress, and then what is that she's wearing? It looks like the before of a before and after shot. I am so not in love with the live action Beauty and the Beast. And believe me, I wanted to love it. I love Emma Watson. I love Beauty and the Beast is low key one of my favorite movies ever. I was obsessed with that movie. I literally wrote the Oscars the year that the Hannibal movie won over Beauty and the Beast. I was Karen to the max. Like, what are you doing, Oscar voting people? So anyway, I act like I hate. If I never watched the live action again, my life could be complete. Would I watch it if somebody forces me? Yes, I would. But I would probably be sitting there, criticizing it the entire time. I like how they did the clock, and I was really sad that they kind of cut some of the parts I was hoping to see. Gaston is great. Some of it is really, really great in the live action, but you cannot compare it to the animated in my mind. So there I go. Haters hate. Send me hate mail. Go ahead and message me on Instagram. I love the animated version. I think it was groundbreaking. First computer graphic kind of whatever they call that. And that ballroom scene in the animated was breathtaking. Life-changing. Love that movie. It's perfect. The live action is okay. It's not perfect.
I'm so glad we had you on, Kelly. Welcome in My Backyard Science. And I see that Frankie does not like Olaf. So
Olaf.
Make sure you let Frankie know that Olaf is cool.
But Olaf is not in Beauty and the Beast, thankfully.
I know. I'm joking. Go ahead, Russ.
So I absolutely love the animated version. I don't hate the live action as much as Kelly does. There are things in it that I don't like as much as the animated. In that, I don't mind. I like the Evermore song. I think it's I thought it was a good addition.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily completely enjoy the style that they chose for like all the furniture, and Cogsworth and Lumiere kind of look weird to me, and things like that. And I agree. And Watson, had the look, but not the voice. But yeah, I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, the animated version edges are in front for me. Plus, two, I played Chip on stage, so I've got that tie to it, and I've seen the Broadway show, and it's much more like the animated, and I think the animated version is way better for me. So
Okay. Here we go. Kenzie, start the timer.
All right, Kenzie, we're going to start a timer for you.
Go, Kenzie.
Listen, this. Here's the thing. This is my favorite movie of all time. I'm obsessed with Beauty and the Beast. This is such a hard thing. This is so hard because I watched the animated a million times when I was little. I've watched it so many times. I have it memorized. And the Christmas movie is also the Beauty and the Beast Christmas movie. Watched that year as a child. One of my favorites. I met Paige O'Hara and I cried nonstop. It is one of my favorite movies. I love going to be our guest. Being in there. Everything about Beauty and the Beast is my favorite. I loved the live action. I loved it so much. I remember going to see it in theaters multiple times with multiple people, and I remember crying the whole time because I thought it was just so amazing. I loved Lumiere and Cogsworth. I loved the style that they gave them. They made them look so cool. I loved the Beast. Dan Stevens is beautiful and amazing. And Evermore, I thought it was the perfect addition to the movie. Maybe that's just me as a theater kid. I mean, I thought it was perfect in the style of Beauty and the Beast. I thought it was beautiful. I think Emma Watson, they ruined her with the auto-tune. They ruined I wish they had not done that to her. I thought the dress was the most awful thing in the world. See, like, here's the thing. I love the movie. I can admit its faults.
Right.
Like, I can admit when there are things that are incorrect. Like the fact that Belle's dress in the animated version is literally one of the most iconic and beautiful things in the world. And they had such an amazing opportunity.
Yes.
There are so many cosplayers out there who have remade that dress, and it is one of the most gorgeous things. I would literally give my arm to wear that dress.
Yeah.
And they gave her that?
Yeah.
Disappointing. I will never forgive them for that. I will forever forget. I think the ballroom scene was beautiful. And I think, the music, I loved it. Josh Gad, amazing. I thought he was hilarious in it. I loved Gaston. He was a perfect Gaston. Like, I just think there was so much amazing about this movie. But I have to go animated because it's my childhood.
Yeah.
I meant
where's the timer at?
Here's the thing. When I met, because I watched that movie so much as a child. When I met Paige O'Hara and she said my name in Belle's voice, killed me. I could not stop crying because I don't know. I love Belle. I love everything about her. I think she's an amazing princess. I think she's an amazing character. And it's so hard. It's so hard talking about it. It's just, the animated is so amazing. And I cry every time I see the ballroom scene. Every time. And like one of my favorite things is the fact that they don't start out as love interests. Almost every single movie before this with a princess and a prince has love at first sight, immediately falling in love and getting married. And this one, they fall in love.
Yeah.
And they fall in love for each other for who they are rather than their looks.
Yep.
Which I think is one of the most amazing things ever. The Beast is my favorite prince.
Are you like me, Kenzie? And when the Beast turns into the prince, are you a little sad in your heart? I'm like sad in my heart every time that happens because you just
don't like Adam.
fall in love with him as the Beast, So.
Okay, so animated. I'm sorry for my very long rant. I love this movie with every ounce of my being. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Animated.
Okay. Will and Dawn.
Okay. Well, since Kenzie was a little vague on how she feels about
Yeah. Everybody's so wishy-washy, right?
Yeah. Okay. I totally love both of these movies. The original is fabulous. It's iconic. It's one of the best Disney's ever done, in my opinion. And so many people, when you ask them who their favorite princess is, they say Belle. It's fabulous. But guys, I really like this live action.
Yeah, that's my favorite live action they've done.
Emma Watson, I love Emma Watson because we're huge Harry Potter fans. When I first heard that they cast her as Belle, I was a little, okay. She grew on me in the movie. Yes. She really did. I began to really like her as I saw how she portrayed Belle. Dan Stevens, on point. Yes. Dan Stevens is as Beast, and after he turns into the prince. One of my favorite parts of this movie, I've got two I've got so many, but when he is in the transformation scene, they actually use the same music from the animated version. I totally love that. Dan Stevens is just handsome as all get out. He's perfect for Belle's prince. And I love it at the end when they've all come together in the ballroom scene. Yes. And Belle, and they're dancing, and Belle says, "How would you feel about growing a mustache?" And he gives the little growl. Love that. Totally love that. I love Ewan McGregor, Ian McKellen, Emma Thompson. This cast is fantastic, guys. The guy, who was it that played
Gaston?
Who was it that played?
Luke Evans played Gaston. That's what you're going for. Yeah, Luke Evans.
Luke Evans was really, really good. Love Josh Gad. The casting was wonderful. The one of the greatest scenes in both of the movies, but I thought they really did a great job with the live action, was Gaston in the tavern. The tavern. Yeah. That musical was, that whole piece must have been taken them forever to direct, because there were so many pieces to it. There was dancing on the tables. It was, if you haven't paid attention to that scene in particular, pay attention, because it's fantastic. Now, Be Our Guest is good too, but that tavern, what's the tavern song?
Yes,
Gaston.
It's really, really good. I love both of these. I'm going to give the edge to the animated, but I totally loved both of these. I thought Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella are the best live actions they've done.
Yeah. I'm right there with Mom. Pretty much CC everything Kenzie and Mom said. I'll tell you what. I absolutely, of a lot of the Disney songs, the Gaston song makes me laugh every time.
Yes.
And I always get a kick out of it, especially, the part where he's like, "When I was a lad, I ate five dozen eggs every morning to help me get large." And, we quote that a lot. Oh, yeah, all the time. And so, yeah, meeting Gaston in the park, you know, did we meet the one that went viral for like the push-up contest and everything?
Gaston in the park.
Yeah.
It's one of the best character interactions.
Yes, it is.
It was phenomenal. He congratulated Mom on having such strapping young lads for me and my younger brother. It was awesome. But yeah, I'll say I love the live action, but I give the edge because I'm a 90s baby. I give the edge to the animated.
Okay. What about you?
All right, so this is different for me in that I'd seen the animated version many times before the live action. So I love the animated version. I love the music. I'd seen it, you know, the Broadway, so I've seen the stage play. I love that as well. Then I saw the live action, and at first I didn't like it because it was so different. And I was so used to hearing Belle as Paige O'Hara and everything. But then as I got to see the live action more and more, it grew on me. And I like the music from the live action. I like the Days in the Sun song.
Yeah,
I love that. And it's like Days in the Sun. And he's just as a little boy, and it just shows how he ended up being the way that he is and how she kind of took care of him. They added some extra in there. And then I love the part when she goes back to Paris and sees like her mother and how that all, and all of a sudden it made sense. It was the plague, and they just added those extra pieces. So I like the music actually I like the music better from the live action. So I love Evermore. I like that song. But I mean, I think I'm going to have to give the edge to the animated version just because it's the classic. It's the one that but I love both of them. I thought they did a great job with the live action. And again, it grew on me. So,
yeah.
What are you going to say?
I'm not a fan of Beauty and the Beast, but.
Oh,
Look at Kelly. You know, I thought
you're the host out of the chat.
Angela.
He likes Pocahontas better.
Yeah, we'll just like push.
I'm on the Pocahontas camp myself.
Oh my God!
Oh Lord, help us! Oh,
wow. Okay. Anyway, so I thought Emma Watson. They could have casted the Belle role a little bit better than Emma Watson. Just choose there's no French actresses around. Come on. And then I thought the Beast, when you saw the Beast, it would just look too fake to me. His face and stuff. So yeah, I mean I'm going with the anime. I mean I like the animated, but the live action really didn't do much for me.
All right.
So sorry. But no, everybody knows where I stand, right? I mean, wow.
I love it. I love it. Don't hold back. Don't hold back.
I think you call Mel Karen Jeff. I think that's. I'm serious. I think it's called Jeff.
Why is that a Karen?
I really do think they call it a Jeff. We'll have to look that up.
That is hilarious. That's probably the best thing I've ever heard.
Why? I don't understand. That hurts a little bit, actually. All right, 2018. Wow. Okay, 2018. We have live action Christopher Robin versus the animated The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, 1977.
Oh boy.
Rip my heart out.
My computer is glitching for some reason. You guys keep lagging, and my computer's at 7%, but it's not charging at all on the charger. So I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
I might have to drop.
If you have to drop and fix it or mess with it, you can come back.
I'll see if I'll be able to.
Okay. After Jeff said that he doesn't like Beauty and the Beast, Kenzie's
I'm coming up with it. Get out of here.
I see how it is.
Just in case, Christopher Robin is one of the best movies ever, and I adore it. So
live action.
Live action for you.
I'm with you, Kenzie.
Okay.
I cried the whole movie. All right, I will try and be back.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll look for you in the background. Who should we start with? Let's start with Will and Dawn.
This is a really tough one for me yet again. I really loved Ewan McGregor. I love Ewan McGregor as an actor. Funny thing, we just talked about Beauty and the Beast. He had, from what I've read, he had a lot of trouble doing a French accent. That it came off more Spanish. But anyway, I love Ewan McGregor. Jim Cummings, voice of Winnie the Pooh. I watched the Christopher Robin movie with my mom. My nursery was Christopher Robin, or was Winnie the Pooh. To hear Jim Cummings' voice for the first time in that movie, like brought tears to my eyes, just because his voice is so. I'm thrown back in time immediately to being a little kid in the living room, with my mom and dad, like watching the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
And all the Pooh Bears, all the other Pooh Bear shows for that matter. Jim Cummings' voice is just iconic to me. I lean animated just because, like I said, it throws me back in time. I'm immediately, 0 to 3 years old. And just absolutely loving it. And so I'll give the edge to the animated. Okay. I loved the Christopher Robin movie. Especially there's one scene that really sticks out just real quick where Pooh gets honey on his feet and he's walking through the house, and not a single time does Christopher Robin raise his voice at Pooh. And I just thought, man, like that, like. It was so big because I was nervous. I was like, is he like going to like yell at Pooh Bear? He never does, and it's almost like that, parent very diligently like following up behind their kid, like patient. You don't understand what you're doing, but I love you, and so
and you're making a total mess of my house.
Yeah, so. I gotta say animated, and I'll stop there. I could talk for a long time, but I'll stop there.
Yeah, this one may be our Beauty and the Beast, for Kenzie. Pooh Bear. I did all three of my sons' nurseries in Winnie the Pooh. I started. I don't know if you guys remember the old Sears Layette set. There's an old word for you. 100 Acre Wood, Kelly Green. That beautiful 100 Acre Wood print was what I started with my eldest son. William had it. I revamped it, made new curtains. Adam got classic Pooh when my youngest came along. I did classic Pooh. I thought, well, I still want to do Pooh, but I'll change it up. So Winnie the Pooh is, Winnie the Pooh tugs at our heartstrings.
Yeah. Major.
We went to see Christopher Robin together. We were both just jello. Jim Cummings' voice, to hear his voice again as Winnie the Pooh in that live action was gold to us. I totally love Ewan McGregor in this. I know this movie gets a lot of thumbs down from people that didn't enjoy it. But for us, it's a real heartstring puller.
Yeah.
And I thought they did a good job with it. I thought it progressed well. I thought Pooh was fantastic. Loved the interaction between Ewan McGregor and Winnie the Pooh. And I just loved it. There is also I don't know if it's on Disney Plus. I'm not sure where I watched it, but the making of Winnie the Pooh. If you get to see that,
okay.
It's really a good one. Again, there was who did the song, guys, several years ago? Return to Pooh Corner. Who did the song?
Carly Simon?
No, it's a guy. The guy that sings Highway to the Danger Zone. Oh, what's his name?
Kenny Loggins?
Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, that's right. Kenny Loggins.
Kenny Loggins.
I can't listen to that song. It makes me boohoo like a girl, like a baby. Return to Pooh Corner. When that came out, I can hardly get through that because it is so emotional. There's such an attachment to it for us. Anyway, loved both of them. I'm going to love Sebastian Cabot. I've got to give the edge to the old Sebastian Cabot, original, because I watched it as a child, on Wednesday night. It came on once a year. If you missed it, you missed it.
Yeah, right.
And, so I'm going to give the edge to those originals, but I did love this live action. I totally love this live action.
Okay.
So I loved when I heard that Ewan McGregor's would be cast in it. It was phenomenal. They didn't mess this one up. It's like you're always on the edge of your seat going, I love the live action. Please don't screw this up. They didn't mess this one up.
Yeah.
They got
Russ?
And that's all I have to say about that.
And that's all I have to say about
For now.
So, who is my spirit animal?
Yeah.
Me too.
I grew up loving Winnie the Pooh. I have always loved Winnie the Pooh, and I was trying to find a picture on Facebook, but it's not wanting to load, of me meeting Winnie the Pooh. And we both had red shirts on. I'm kind of the same proportions as Pooh.
Honey.
And Tigger kept trying to compare us. It was funny. But no, I wouldn't necessarily. Again, I wouldn't say that this is a, like comparing the cartoon to the live action. I would say that this is a continuation story to me. Because now Christopher Robin is older. He's coming back and rediscovering Pooh, and I think I just love that story. I mean, it's an amazing story, and it parallels, with us as adults. We grew up with this character as a kid, and then now we're adults, and it's a fresh new take on him, and coming back in our lives. So I absolutely love this movie. I love anything Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
I love the live action. It's just a fun family movie. I mean, it's a great movie.
Okay, so what do you?
If I have to pick a balloon color, it's always going to be red, guys.
Yes.
So I'll say for the check, I'll go ahead and give me for the live action. So
Live action.
but I love them all. So I love them all. So
Yep. Hey, Rockin' Robin.
Rockin' Robin, welcome in.
All right, Kelly, you're up.
And honestly, I hope I don't cry through this because I like Dawn. While Dawn was talking, my throat got a little tight. I got little tears in my eyes.
Aww.
I remember Pooh as a child, obviously, and it was fantastic. I still have a Pooh I had from that my parents got me at Disney. So I love Winnie the Pooh. I'm a Disneylander, so Critter Country, Winnie the Pooh is everything. I had one of my sons was obsessed with that ride, and we would ride it, and then he had this, these big blue eyes and this blonde hair, and he would tear up when the ride was over, and then a cast member would say, "Just stay on," and we rode it 1,000 times, and then here's just my little Jalen with stays on my desk at all times. So our little Jalen then went through that same thing where he just wanted to ride Pooh, and The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is probably one of the best animated movies ever. The music is fantastic. It's witty. It's sweet. It's it's just laugh out loud. But I was worried about this Christopher Robin, and I went to go see it with my oldest son, and we literally cried through the whole thing. It was so good. It was so good. It's so funny. I also say that Pooh is my spirit animal because I am always hungry. I'm always hungry. And I totally get Pooh, and I think this Christopher Robin was brilliant. It is everything awesome, and to see that Pooh and Tigger and Eeyore and all of it. Oh, Eeyore is so just awesome in the live action.
There he is.
It's
too funny.
it's again like picking which of my army of children is my favorite.
Right.
But I think you have to give it to the animated, even though Christopher Robin is fantastic, and please watch it. And I would watch it as a gazillion times more. I love it, but just because of the history through our family personally for many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, it's got to pick that one. So sorry for such a long answer.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I think I'm gonna have to go with the animated too. So I'm gonna have to go with the animated. I love both. I thought I saw Christopher Robin. I saw that once. And then the animated, I saw bits and pieces of it growing up. So it's kind of hard to, I really need to sit down and watch both again. But I would just have to go with the animated. So, and it's funny, Carol says, the picture we received of my son before we adopted him, he's sitting in a Pooh chair. And then our daughter, Abby, who we adopted her from Guatemala, her birth mother sent her with a blanket, and it was Pooh. Like her birth mother wanted her to have that piece, and she happened, she had that blanket. So there's like little things that kind of tie you to things in your life, and that's so I'm gonna go with the animated.
I'm going with the live action.
You are?
Yeah, I like the live action. And I tried the Disney bound once as Pooh. Just you can't just wear a red shirt and no pants to Disney World. They do not.
They frown upon it.
Yes, that does not go over very well. So don't try it.
I don't think that happened, but okay.
I almost spit my coffee out, Jeff. That was awesome.
I do know that Kenzie loves Winnie the Pooh as well. She also has a shrine to him on her shelves. So not as much as Beauty and the Beast, but yes.
But that's funny.
Okay,
we're how many more? We actually.
I don't want to.
Lions and the Mouse is in 20 minutes.
Yeah, so why don't we just go around? Why don't we just give a thumbs up or thumbs down for the last remaining five movies? So
what do you mean, thumbs up?
Well, we'll just go around real quick. We'll go live action or animated.
Okay. So no explanation of our answers. Just
I mean, we can give a little.
We're already 42 minutes over.
We got 5 more to get through.
We did not.
I think we could do it.
We did not plan this over.
If we go quick.
Okay.
All right.
2019 Dumbo versus 1941 Dumbo.
Oh.
We'll start. Kelly, go.
You're lucky we can't expand on this. And the live action.
Okay.
If you hate yourself, watch it. The animated is awesome.
Animated. Okay.
Animated.
Russ, animated or live action?
Animated over live action.
Okay. Will and Dawn.
What Kelly said.
Animated.
Animated. What about you?
I have not watched either one. So
oh my God.
I know. I'm always afraid I'm gonna cry, and I don't want to watch it. It just seems so emotional.
Anne doesn't like emotions.
With the baby, with the bomb being
we're just supposed to give a reason.
Oh gosh, Carol.
I actually watched Dumbo last night, the live action last night. I thought it was okay, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. It was kind of weird, actually. So
it could have been so much better.
I'm going. It could have been much better.
Look what Carol said. Was her Korean son?
But one of her sons is Guatemalan. That's awesome, Carol.
Who's Abby?
Abby is 100% Mayan, Guatemalan.
Well, Guatemalan. Yes. Okay. All right. Next one.
Lion King, 2019 live action versus animated 1994. Will and Dawn.
Okay, this is going to be tough because we love The Lion King. My youngest son, Adam, played Mufasa in his high school production of The Lion King. Was absolutely fantastic. Love The Lion King. I love the animated version. I thought this was a total miss on the live action. So animated all the way. And you're lucky I can't expound on that one.
I can't tell you how many ways that I dislike the live action.
Yes. So we should do a whole hour. Let's do a whole hour on that. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I agree.
We'll schedule that another time.
Somebody schedule that on their have another discussion.
Yeah.
Kelly or
Yeah. So animated, 100% love it. One of my favorite Disney movies of all time. End of story. Animated.
Okay. Russ.
Animated, I thought that the live action version was a way too expensive shot for shot remake that just flopped. So I hated it.
It screamed cash grab to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going animated?
I'm
Russ?
animated all
Okay.
the way.
Kelly?
This was a big John Favreau miss.
Yes.
The animated is just so fantastic. I mean, it's perfect in every way. The songs are fantastic. The animation is fantastic. The actors are fantastic. And
Yes.
if you don't ugly cry when Simba tries to wake up Mufasa by moving his paw, you have no heart. That is, I mean, for an animated movie to make you just feel all the emotions that Lion King does, but then still have the fun and silliness of Timon and Pumbaa. It's a perfect film, animated all the way. The live action was lackluster to me.
Yeah.
So animated.
What do you say?
I'm going to say animated too. And what you said, I don't like the emotions, but and it caught me off guard when I watched the animated. I cried like crazy, right? I was so afraid to see the live action because I thought I'm going to lose it, and it didn't affect me at all. And I think it's because the animals their faces, they couldn't express any emotions because they were real, quote unquote real animals.
Yeah.
So I thought it lacked in that respect. But I'm going to go with the animated.
I'm going animated as well. Fell asleep during live action because I knew the story.
He literally fell asleep.
I knew the story, right?
Yeah.
It
Jillian and I started doing housework and turned it off. That's how bad it was.
It didn't change at all.
Yeah.
It did not. Okay.
I mean, it's pretty, I guess. If I wanted to see animals, I'd go to the zoo.
If you never have seen the animated version to compare it to, then you might like it.
Yes.
Yes.
But because we've all seen the animated version.
Yes.
Kenzie says animated.
Yes.
Yes. I got Kenzie's. I knew Kenzie where Kenzie stood on that.
Yeah.
Aladdin 2000. So 2019 was a big for live action. So 2019 Aladdin versus 1992 animated Aladdin.
Ooh.
We'll start with animated. Animated. Russ.
Animated.
Another disappointment on the live action.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kelly.
They have to win me back over. They have to win me back
They did an
over.
okay job with the live action, but I'm still animated is way better to me. So
Yeah.
And I'm going to say animated, and I am just going to say I do think Will Smith did a great job as making Genie his own. However, I didn't realize he was such a bad singer. I thought he was a great singer from The Fresh Prince. Like, what happened? So I don't know what happened there, but it was an okay film. I like the dance scenes. That was super fun. My family did not enjoy that. I kind of stood up in the theater and kind of started dancing. But the animated is fantastic, and you just can't get any better than the original Genie. But I do think that Will Smith did make it his own and did a good job.
I agree.
I do know that like the Aladdin, the live action Aladdin was made sort of like a Bollywood film.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's and that's where I think it shined, and in India and and that part of the world, I think they enjoyed it. But again, comparing it to the animated classic that we love,
Yes.
it doesn't stand.
2 words. Robin Williams.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I was going to say. You can't.
Exactly.
Robin Williams is the Genie, right?
Okay. So I'm going to pick animated too, but if I had to, and I know Kenzie, if I had to pick the Broadway version, I thought the Broadway version was excellent. The guys that they picked to play the Genie on the Broadway version, they were amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, they were amazing. That Genie, if you saw Aladdin on Broadway or even in your little town like we saw in Pittsburgh, the Genie stole the show. He was awesome. Sorry.
There was a show in Disney California Adventure. They had an Aladdin show. It's now Frozen or whenever they open again. The Genie they had performing there was phenomenal as well. I mean, so stinking good. It was definitely worth watching.
Really hot for Genie. I mean, He invented the bar for Genie. So.
Even on the Disney cruises, the genies are amazing.
Oh, the genie. So, but I'm going to pick animated if I have to choose.
I'm picking animated too.
Okay, sorry, I had to say that.
Lady and the Tramp, 2019 versus 1955 animated.
Animated.
Wow, no hesitation there. Okay, Russ.
Animated. I actually haven't seen the new one yet, so.
I don't know how to give a short answer. The animated is fantastic. One of my favorite movies ever. I collect Lady and the Tramp. I love Lady and the Tramp. Everybody calls me and my husband Lady and the Tramp. I'll let you think about that. But figure out which one's which. I don't know. So, but I did enjoy the live action. I thought it was sweet, and I kind of missed the Siamese cat scene, but it was sweet. It was enjoyable.
Spoilers.
But it was, it was enjoyable. I think it was a good movie. But given the choice, always the animated on that one. It's perfect. I love it.
You?
I have to watch both of them all the way through, so I can't pick.
Why are you even on this show?
I think I've seen it, but it's like I need
Angela,
to.
do you
Is
have
Angie a Disney fan?
Do you have your YouTube channel is Disney?
Yes. I need to watch these older movies, like Lady and the Tramp came out. What did you say?
Dawn,
1955.
I feel a girls' weekend coming on where we just eat pizza and watch movies. I don't know with Angela. Let's do it.
Disney Plus does have that watch together.
Oh, we gotta do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going live action.
Live action?
I like the live action. Yes,
Okay.
I thought the live action was incredible. And last but not least, 2020 Mulan. I don't have any opinion on that one.
We didn't see it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Animated.
Has anyone seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Myers and the Mouse has seen it.
I
Ivan has seen it.
So animated wins.
Animated.
Now, I
Eddie
am
Murphy.
very excited to see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But again, I love Chinese culture. I love, I'm a martial artist. I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think I will like it, but Mulan is my favorite of all the princesses.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch the animated version.
You're
of
not
Mulan
going to do it.
because I've never actually watched it all the way through. I've watched pieces and I walk away, then I come back.
You can't.
So I'm going to watch Mulan, and then when the live action comes out, maybe we all need to get together again and
all right.
really pick apart some of these other movies.
So it looks like the animated wins for everything except live action Maleficent and live action Cinderella.
Oh.
So there weren't even too many votes for live action. So I guess everybody prefers the original animated. So I just want to say real quick, coming up, live actions are Nottingham and Hood, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, The Sword and the Stone, Peter Pan and Wendy, Pinocchio, The Little Mermaid, Lilo and Stitch, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Bambi, and Hercules.
Wow.
So those are all in the hopper.
It's the one Mr. Willie was talking about Robin Hood. That's coming out.
Robin Hood doesn't have a live action. Well, Robin Hood has a live action, but they're not based off Disney movies.
But is it going to be the animal version of Robin Hood, or is it going to be the people version of Robin Hood?
It's got to be the animal version, right?
I've never seen Robin Hood.
Oh my heavens, Angela!
You'll like that one.
My heart. Oh,
You'll like Robin Hood.
Kelly, welcome to my world. All right, why don't we go around real quick and what do you guys got coming up here, Chicken Bones?
Oh, we have actually our 1-year YouTube anniversary show is on Tuesday. So we're excited about that. We're going to have some special guests. Anybody that wants a link, pop in, talk to us. We'll send you a link to that. We're looking forward to it. And we also have a new show. It's called Mandomania, and it's on Thursdays at lunchtime, like at 12 o'clock Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. It's on Thursdays. We're reviewing all of season 1 from The Mandalorian, 2 episodes per per show. And then we'll go right on into season 2 of The Mandalorian when it drops on October 30th. So.
Awesome.
And don't forget Jillian's live show on Saturdays at 8:15 Central, 9:15 Eastern.
Awesome. Russ.
So 3 p.m. today, I'm going to be continuing the movie theme. We're going to be discussing Disney animation. And we're going to go through the step-by-step process of how an animated film was made from Disney. So we're actually going to draw as well. We're going to paint. We're going to do all the steps and go through each step. So I don't have any guests coming. So if anybody wants to come and hang out while we do this, that's fine. But like I say, it's all going to be just art and talking about that process. So.
That is awesome.
Okay,
Kelly.
Oh, what have I got? I love, first of all, thank you, Dean at the Live Place. I don't know if he's still in here. What a great, and thank you, This Our Dream, for inviting me. This was so stinking fun. I had the best time ever. So thank you so much. But on my channel, I started a new kind of live stream. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. I call it Brunch with the Bunch. My daughter Taylor's on with me, and Josh goes to Disney, and we invite other friends. So if you'd ever like to come on, that'd be fantastic. Angela was just on Wednesday. I did my movie Brunch with the Bunch. We did all our favorite John Hughes movies, and that was so fun.
Go check that out.
Yeah, definitely check that out. Rob Fuzz was on with Angela and I, and it was a great, and Jeff from Dole Whip Dad, so that was super fun. I'm gonna drop some vlogs. I went to Liberty Tree Tavern for the first time, so that'll probably, and that was yummy, delicious.
That was so good.
Yes. Gooey toffee cake.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So good.
Then you have to take a nap. So.
Yeah.
Seriously. I think I may or may not have asked to be wheeled out of there. It was so good. But so I'll be dropping that pretty soon. But next Friday, I host Spilling the Disney Tea, and I'm going to have Donna Jaworski on. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. So that's Friday at 8 p.m. So thanks so much again for inviting me on. I love you guys, and I hope to see you at the park soon. So
yeah, for sure. Okay, so we have our Nerd Talk tomorrow. So we're gonna look at all the Marvel movies.
Kenzie's channel.
On Kenzie's channel, because we do with Kenzie and Russ and Tracy.
Now that we've watched them all, we're rating them all.
We're gonna rate them all, and then after that, we're going back to our roots with Mandalorian, because that's where our Nerd Talk started, was with Mandalorian like a year ago.
And now that it's starting back up,
so crazy, yeah. So we're gonna do 5 episodes of Mando 1 week, 5 episodes of Mando the next week for Nerd Talk, and then again we're into Mandalorian. So Dawn, we'll be able to compare some notes.
Yeah,
there you go.
It'll be awesome. Yeah, so
be great. We're having a lot of fun with our
Oh yeah, we have to go back and rewatch.
You guys go way more in depth, I think, than we will. We're just kind of covering quick, and you guys do a great job of hitting it all. So and Will is a definite Star Wars nerd. So
I have to pause it to say all the I have to write down all the thoughts that I have.
I love that.
That's like you and Tracy.
If the shoe fits, Will wear it.
That's right. That's right.
Well, we just want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you in the chat. Thank you, Will and Dawn, the Hitchhiking Bones. Thank you, Russ, and thank you,
and
Kelly and Kenzie.
Mods, putting in those links. So there's Russ's stream, Dawn and Will. Thank you. And then someone put in Myers. Myers is right after us in 2 minutes. So if you're looking for some more fun.
Wow, we went way over today.
Hop on. I know, but there was just so much to talk about, wasn't there? And it's so much fun having friends.
When I was making that agenda, I don't know how I thought we could cover that in an hour.
No way.
We did it.
So, but thanks again, everyone, for jumping on with us. It was so much fun. And we have to get together again and do some more collaborations.
Yes.
It just makes it so fun.
Yes,
so,
it is fun.
Yeah. So, okay. All right.
So thanks, everyone.
Well, thanks again, everyone. Thanks for being here, everyone.
We'll see you in the chat.
And we will see everyone soon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.